I grew up in Forest Projects. I know most of these legends and pioneers by the name of Little Joey, my brother Angel. He would go to the Zulu Nation anniversaries and bring back the tapes. And I would be a little kid and I would just be listening. And they would always say, back up from the ropes, back up from the ropes. And then they would just go crazy and I would feel like I was there. And then growing up in the projects, we had a telephone booth in the front, and at night when I'm supposed to be sleeping on the weekends, the older guys, they would plug in their boxes to the phone, right? And then they would play like the Awesome 2, they would play Mr. Magic, and I'd be up all night by the window like just listening to hip hop and just be like, oh my God, I can't believe this is what it is. And I had the privilege to see so many icons like Melly Mel and Grandmaster Flash. Scorpio lived right next door to my grandmother, 1420. I got to know all these guys as a little kid, and I never knew as a rapper that I would be a part of hip hop history, just being a fan, going to the shows and seeing everybody rock. But hip hop music, the reason we here today, right? If you went through a divorce, you went through a bad time, if you went to a hospital and you got bad results, you threw on hip hop music to get you through the day. You know how many people I meet, heroes that fight for this country, that they go to Iraq and Afghanistan and they petrified and they throw on hip hop and it makes them go out there and represent our country and represent our liberties and our freedom. Every time you look at the NBA finals, before they go and they play for a championship, and you see their locker room and they listening to hip hop music. So if you're looking for the fight of the century, Floyd Mayweather fighting Pacquiao, Mayweather's in his room dancing to hip hop music. Now why I explain that to you is because hip hop music came from the rubble. The Bronx was burnt. It looked like Iraq. It looked like something that had been destroyed. And these people made an art form that really is a natural resource from nothing. And it's always been the voice of the poor people, the disenfranchised people. If you want to know what's going on in Mexico right now, look up the Mexican rappers right now. They'll tell you what it is. If you want to know what's going on in Cuba, go listen to some Cuban rappers. They'll tell you what it is. It is the CNN of the streets. And what needs to be acknowledged is that it was created right here in the Bronx. And that's why I fight so much. And you say, Joe, you rep the Bronx. No, I fight because I know the truth. And if you don't speak the truth, people will steal your truth from you. They'll manipulate the facts. So we gotta know that it started here. It made billions and trillions of dollars for everybody. It's given me an opportunity. It's given all of us an opportunity. And we don't really get to acknowledge the pioneers who created this art form. Now we ain't gotta get into the financial aspect because they deserve to be billionaires and trillionaires. But at least the best thing we can do is acknowledge their contributions and what they did for us and what they did for the hip hop culture. And that's what I'm most proud of being here today, because I cannot believe that I finally get to recognize my pioneers in a respectful way, in a beautiful way. And all you guys have paved the way. You know, I know all of you guys, from Rocky to everybody. And it's an honor for me to be standing in front of you guys to represent you guys. And I'll never forget you guys. And I will always salute you like the legends you are. I'm gonna tell you one thing and I'm gonna leave, right? I always look at each individual that I know, and I vision them at their prime, at the height of their career. And when I see them, I gotta stop and be like, oh my God. I remember 23 Park when Melly Mel raised his hands. He said like this, like he was God, and the kids was just grabbing his feet. They was grabbing his feet. So I can't lie to myself when I see that man, or I see Curtis Burrow or Dougie or Slick Rick. I can't lie to myself because I seen it. Let's not front. It is what it is. These guys are gods. They icons. So I salute you today. Thank you, Ruben Diaz, the best borough president ever.